Hello and welcome to Compassion Offensive Radio YouTube. Today is Friday, November 13th, 2020, and I hope you're having a great Friday. In this episode, I'm starting my cooking series where I prepare meatless or near meatless meals in an attempt to show how easy it is and to lower our carbon footprints. In the tradition of Fish on Fridays, in this episode, we'll make saltfish and butter beans with veggies and brown rice. If you don't have saltfish, feel free to substitute with any whitefish. Because this is my first go, it's a bit longer than I planned. Going forward, I'll try to get these under 10 to 15 minutes. So thanks for watching, try my recipe, and I hope you enjoy. Best. Okay, so let's start with the ingredients. Right now I have my rice on the stove, so I just got some brown rice. I put some garlic and some allspice in it and some chicken bouillon to flavor it, and I'm just going to let it boil. I'm not going to put any coconut milk in this because I don't want it creamy. The main part of the dish, the saltfish, is very simple. This is cut up saltfish, like you just break it up. You're just going to take the saltfish, let it sit in a pot of water overnight or at least for a few hours, and then break it up. These are the veggies I'll be adding to that. We have okra, tomatoes, we have some onions, some carrots, some green, yellow, and red peppers, some thyme. This is a recao. It tastes very much like cilantro. If you cannot find that, then just get a cilantro. And then to season, I'm going to use some smoked paprika, some dill weed, some white pepper, some adobo, and some coconut oil. I'm going to cook it in coconut oil since I'm not using coconut milk. And then for the butter beans, I'm just going to use canned because I feel like it's a lot easier to get you started by just making it as simple as possible. So I'm not even going to start with fresh beans. We'll just use the canned ones. And for any beans that I make, I like to add a splash of cumin and a splash of cinnamon into the beans, and it just gives it a wonderful flavor. So this is what it's going to look like. And so let's get started with the actual preparing of it. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm putting some coconut oil in the pot. I put maybe two and a half teaspoons of oil. And then I am going, while that's getting hot, I'm going to put the carrots in the rice, and they will just cook with the rice and just make it taste really good. Add some nutrition to it. I don't want to get the peppers in, so maybe I will not get all the carrots. So it's starting to get hot. The first thing we want to put into the pot are onions and let them brown a bit. My onions in. Oh, and I forgot under here I had some garlic, so I'll throw the garlic in with it. And the okras, I like my okras on the softer side. If you like yours crunchier, then maybe you will throw it in a little bit later. I'm going to go ahead and throw the okra and the string beans in with the onions. Actually, I like my string beans a little bit softer. So I'm going to throw them in with the onions. And if you don't like the sliminess of okra when it's cooked, just add a pinch of vinegar. It can be apple cider vinegar or regular vinegar, and it should do the trick. I stir my rice up. And turn it down, let it simmer. Some pepper. I'm going to try to not eat as spicy this week, give my tummy a break. So I normally would put a Scotch bonnet pepper in the rice, but I'm not going to do that today. Hopefully something I'm still going to want to eat. So we got that cooking up. Already smells so good. And to speed that up, I will just put a lid on it. You just put a lid on it. Put a lid on it. And I guess we can get the beans cracking while we wait. So we'll open up the beans. Normally, I love to, beans are one of my favorite foods, especially when you're trying to transition to eat less meat. You can make beans into a homemade veggie burger, and I swear the homemade versions are always going to taste better than the store-bought. I've never really had a store-bought bean burger that I really felt was that similar to a meat, maybe smash burger. I did like smash burgers, veggie burger, but you really can do a lot with beans. So I'll just say that because there's probably going to be quite a few episodes where I'll deter to us using beans, which is why I can't understand why no one told me about this beans and saltfish before, but I guess better late than never. So we'll just open these up. Ideally, I like to use fresh beans, and I would like for you to get into the habit of it. They're very easy. You literally, for most beans, just rinse them, put them in some water, let them sit for a few hours, and then put them in some water with some seasonings, maybe a chicken or a veggie bouillon, and let them simmer for 2 hours. That's it. So I'm just going to put these in the pot. Like I said, with any beans, I like to add a dash of cinnamon and a dash of cumin. So I'll put that in here. A bit more than a dash, but you really want to put a dash of cinnamon because cinnamon has a very powerful flavor. I very much like the taste of it, but start with a pinch and add as you go. So we'll let those cook up. Okay, so now we got our beans on. And we'll check on the onions. You want to let them get a little brown. A little past translucent. I think it's good. For me, these string beans are still very crisp. So I'm going to let them simmer a little bit more. Already it smells great. Shameless plug while I'm at it. Bobby's restaurant on Farmers Boulevard in Hollis, New York is the best Jamaican takeout restaurant in Queens. Let's debate. They're fantastic. It's a small business. I always like to shout out people. That's where I first, last week, saw this dish and fell in love. And then they love me over there. All of them. Bobby, the pop sitting down, my little mommy at night, the cook, just all the people. If you're ever in Queens, go and support them. I know that's up for debate because Lorna's on Merrick has like the best seafood night. But with COVID, I don't know if they're doing it anymore. And then Spring Gardens on Springfield Boulevard has excellent food as well. So I just wanted to just shamelessly plug. I've had wonderful experiences at all of these restaurants, and I'm pretty sure they gave me things for free. So this is me just giving it back. Yeah. So I'm gonna let this cook up a little while, and then we will add the saltfish and the vegetables. Okay, so I'm liking the way that my veggies are looking. The onions are somewhat translucent. The string beans have gotten softer and the okra is a lot softer. So this is a good time. I'm just going to go ahead and put in the actual saltfish. Put that in the pan. Now because I don't want it to fry, I'm just going to put a little bit of water so that it stays steamy. I'm going to mix that up. Oh my gosh, it smells so good already. Let's turn my beans down. They may be done. Since there's 10 beans, they won't take much to cook. They should be good for now. Oh, and I forgot to tell you to put thyme in with your rice. I have some extra sprigs for the rice. Always just a good flavor. I'm just going to throw these sprigs in here and I'll take them out when I'm done. And put the onion, the recao, and pretty much everything except for the tomatoes. You want to put the tomatoes in at the very end, almost like a minute before everything is done. I'm going to put these, and I'm also going to add a little bit more oil. Mix it up in there. And it's nice and colorful. Already look. And I'm going to add my seasonings at the adobo. Dill weed. I just like it. Gives it a spunk. It's hard to explain. It just gives it a little spunk to everything. I put it in my avocado. I don't know. Just buy some dill weed and give it a try. Some white pepper. Some people say that white pepper is better for your digestive system than black pepper. So I'm not sure. When I was in Italy, I noticed I bought a lot of fresh white pepper. I noticed they use more white pepper than black pepper. And some smoked paprika. It's already smoked. Just a tad. I like to use paprika mostly on fried foods. Like if you notice like your fried fish or fried chicken, like a really good fried spot, it's usually going to have like a tinge of red in the batter. That's because they put paprika in it. If you want to make any fried dish taste better, put paprika in the batter. Okay, so I mixed it up in here. And usually, again, I would have a Scotch bonnet pepper in here. But I'm trying not to eat as spicy this week, so I'm going to hold off for now. Oh, it just smells divine. I'm going to let this cook and simmer for about 10 minutes to let the flavors just really merge and just really get married, just really join and create this delicious meal. So I'll put the lid back on here. And I like to clean while I'm cooking, so I'm going to wash some dishes while this is on. And the rice looks good. It's doing its thing. And the beans are done for now. And let's just let this cook up. Okay, so it's been cooking for about 10 minutes. And let's take a look. Halloween for the rest of 2020. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So this is what it looked like.
I like the tenderness of everything.
I'm going to go ahead and put the tomatoes in now. Just kind of fold those in there. And this is what I use for to put my spoons on, but it's so cute, and I think it's really appropriate. I really like to live my life similar to what this says. It says the recipe for to be happy. Ingredients: a large smile, 2 cups of kindness, 2 cups of patience, 1 heart full of love, and a cup of understanding. I think that is definitely a recipe for happiness. I tend to be pretty happy, and these tenets are a big reason why. Okay, so we have the tomatoes in here. We're just going to put the lid back on this and let this cook for, I don't know, 2 or 3 more minutes. So the tomatoes are still cooking. But it's just about done. And this is what it's going to look like in the pan when you're finished. So we got our saltfish. See all these yummy veggies? Oh my god, it smells so good. And I know that when you're trying to transition from eating less meat, beans and fish have been most people's go-to. So you're gonna start small, start easy. This to me is a very easy recipe. So it's about done. Let's plate it up and give it a try. See what it tastes like. What's it taste like? I wonder. Let's see. Okay, so this is what it's like. Yum. Oh my goodness. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you have enjoyed. I implore you to please give this dish a try. Even if just for 1 day a week you try to eat less meat, start with something like this. So I hope you have enjoyed, and thank you for watching Compassion Offensive Radio YouTube. Cheers, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Ciao. Ciao.